حبيب الرحمة نبي السلام خاتم الرسول هو خير الأنام يطيب بذكره كل لسان أهداء من أفنى جهلا وضلال.
Once upon a time ago, our story began.
But before we begin, remember, my wonderful children, that whenever I say Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, you say
sallallahu alayhi wasallam.
In our last episode, we said that Prophet Muhammad began to invite people secretly to Islam and teach them about Allah. Who remembers what house Prophet Muhammad used to teach in? Darul Arqam. This went on for 3 years until finally one day Jibreel alayhi salam came down and told Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam that Allah was commanding him to tell everyone that he was the final prophet. The time had come for everyone to know about Islam. But before he told everyone in Mecca, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam gathered all of his friends and relatives first. He told them, what means, "You are all my relatives and friends, and you know that I always say the truth. Allah has chosen me to be a prophet to teach you and to teach everybody what He likes. Allah is only one. He is our Creator. We cannot worship any other God with Him. Whoever listens to Allah and the Quran and does good will go to Jannah. And whoever worships anything else other than Allah will be punished in the fire." After he finished talking, everyone was quiet. They were thinking about what he said. Everyone except one man, Abu Lahab. Abu Lahab was Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam's uncle, but his heart was not good. He was one of the evil ones. Abu Lahab said, nobody listened to Muhammad. Nobody helped him. Abu Lahab thought that the people of Mecca would never agree to stop worshipping their statues and idols. He said, if you help Muhammad, everyone will be against you. They will fight you, and you will all die. But Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam's other uncle, Abu Talib, said, no, I will help Muhammad. Abu Talib was the uncle who raised Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. He said, I'll support Muhammad and protect him. I won't let anyone harm him or hurt him. But even though Abu Talib promised to protect Prophet Muhammad, Abu Talib did not become a Muslim himself. He was too scared of what the people of Mecca would say if he stopped worshipping the other gods. He was afraid they would laugh at him and curse him. So Abu Talib did not stop praying to statues and idols. Unfortunately, because he did not believe in Islam, Abu Talib will not go to Jannah. Since Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam had told all of his relatives and friends, it was time now to tell all the people in Mecca that he was a prophet. Prophet Muhammad climbed up a mountain that was near the Kaaba. It's called As-Safa. He stood on the mountain and called in a very loud voice for everyone to come. The people heard him and came running to the mountain. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, if I tell you that an enemy is coming to attack you, will you believe me? They all said, yes, you have lived with us for a long time, and you have always said the truth. You never lie. Then Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam told them, I am warning you of a punishment from Allah if you do not listen to him. Allah has picked me to be a prophet to teach people to worship Him alone. Those who listen to Allah will go to Jannah, and those who worship statues and idols, things that are made of rocks and cannot talk or hear or understand or do anything, or worship anything else, will be punished. Worship Allah alone. When he finished talking, everyone was quiet, thinking about what he had just said. Everyone except one man, Prophet Muhammad's evil uncle, Abu Lahab. He looked at Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and said, Tabban laka, is this why you have gathered us here today? Tabban laka was a mean thing to say. Abu Lahab was saying, you are going to lose and die. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ did not answer Abu Lahab's rude words. Instead, Allah answered them. Jibreel came down with the words of Allah. Allah said,
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب سيصلى نارا ذات لهب وامرأته حمالة الحطب في جيدها حبل من مسد.
That meant that Abu Lahab would be the loser and the one who would die. He would die as a kafir and go to the fire. After this gathering at the Safa mountain, the people began to leave, thinking about what they had just heard.
When Abu Lahab's wife heard about what had happened and that Prophet Muhammad had said that Abu Lahab would be the loser, she got very angry. Like Abu Lahab, she was an evil woman. She set out to hurt Prophet Muhammad. She got a huge rock and went to look for him. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam was sitting at the Kaaba with his friend Abu Bakr. When Abu Bakr saw Jamil, Abu Lahab's wife, coming towards them, he felt a little scared. He was worried she was going to hurt Prophet Muhammad. But Prophet Muhammad told Abu Bakr, "Don't be scared." Jamil looked at Abu Bakr and said, "Where is your friend? Where is Muhammad? If I see him, I am going to hit him with a big rock." Prophet Muhammad was right there, sitting right next to Abu Bakr. But Allah made Jamil's eyes not see. Allah protected Prophet Muhammad. And Abu Lahab's wife went away, not knowing he was right there. Meanwhile, the people of Mecca were now split into different groups. There were those who said they would stop worshipping statues. They believed in Prophet Muhammad and listened to him and became Muslims. They were good and pure-hearted people. And then there were those kuffar who said they would not listen to Prophet Muhammad. They were disbelievers. They were evil people. The kuffar were very angry that people were becoming Muslims. They would try to come up with different ways to stop people from listening to Prophet Muhammad and to stop them becoming Muslims. But Prophet Muhammad kept telling everybody about Islam and the Quran. When the kuffar realized that Prophet Muhammad was going to tell everyone, even people who came from outside of Mecca, like the traders or those coming to visit the Kaaba, they began to worry. What are we going to do? How can we stop him? One of them said, "I have an idea. Let's tell anyone who comes to Mecca, don't listen to Muhammad. He's a sorcerer or magician, and if you listen to him, he will cast a spell on you." Sure enough, the kuffar agreed to this idea. They would stand and warn anybody coming from outside of Mecca not to listen to Prophet Muhammad. But people still listened to Prophet Muhammad and became Muslims. The kuffar got very angry. They thought of another way to get people to leave Islam. They decided to keep bothering Prophet Muhammad and the Muslims. They would say mean things to them and curse them. They would also laugh at them and make fun of them, especially the poor Muslims.
When they would see a poor Muslim whose clothes was torn, they would make fun of them. Prophet Muhammad felt sad at what the kuffar were doing. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told him not to be sad. Allah told Prophet Muhammad that when you feel sad, say Subhanallah, 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 and make sujood, prostration, and pray. And Allah would let the sadness go away from your heart. So Prophet Muhammad did what Allah said. And Allah promised Prophet Muhammad that he would be the winner in the end. The evil kuffar decided on a new way to get people to stop listening to the Quran. They decided they would keep making loud noises and sing loudly so that nobody could hear the Quran. They also started to hurt the Muslims, especially the poor ones. They would take the poor Muslims and tie them up under the hot sun without any water or food and put rocks on top of them. Then they would say, "Will you go back to the idols, leave Islam?" But the Muslims would say, "No, Allah is one. We worship only Allah, and we won't worship anything else. We won't leave Islam." The kuffar hurt many Muslims, including Bilal bin Rabah, Ammar bin Yasir, and his mother and father, and many others. After being patient for several years, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ told the Muslims that there was a very good king in a land far away and that they should go there. They would be safe there and free to worship Allah alone. It was called Al-Habasha, and the king's name was Al-Najashi. And so a group of Muslims left Mecca by boat and traveled far to Al-Habasha. That means they made hijrah to Al-Habasha. They were safe there and happy. But the kuffar were very angry that the Muslims had escaped. They sent 2 men to talk to the king of Al-Habasha, Al-Najashi, to send the Muslims back. The 2 men brought with them gifts to bribe him and convince him to make the Muslims go back to Mecca. But do you think Al-Najashi will agree to send the Muslims back? We'll find out in the next episode.
يطيب بذكره كل لسان أهداء من أفنى جهلا وضلال